around Fundament and gained support of many others. Finally, the worms commanded Zuvuara to go and wipe out and take revenge on Toax and her army. With all the death and destruction, the worm gods had enough power to leave Fundament. All the while shit was going south fast for Toax, she ran away and hid on one of Fundament's 50 moons. The three sisters were like, hell no, we're coming for you, we made a pact, we want our revenge. So Sathona crafted these ships, and with the power of the worm gods, the Krill were free from Fundament and released into the universe. They located Toax. She was hiding on a moon of Fundament that was occupied by a highly advanced civilization, the Ammonites. 5 points to anyone who can guess what this civilization's reason for being so advanced was.
The Traveler.
If you guessed the Traveler hung out above their moon, then you would be correct. The worm gods, they tried to get the Ammonites to join the cause of the deep, but they were like, nah, I'm good. You got the power of the Traveler in the palm of my hands. This really pissed off the worm gods, and the new rivalry would be formed. But we'll save that for next week.
Nice job, bro.
So that's the end of lore bits this week, and hopefully we'll find a resolution soon, which probably not because we're still going through this shit.
I feel like we're listening to like a 1950s radio show or something, like the stories unfolding week to week. Nah, that's fine. You're fine. Okay, up next, Selina, what is your little segment called?
It's called Hot Topics.
What do you got for us this week?
I'm going to go with, kind of obvious again, I'm going to go with The Raid. It's been out for almost a week now, and World's First was a thing. And congratulations to Clan Elysium on that. Go World's First. It was a little different because I have not done the raid, so I should not say we. You did have to complete the raid and then complete it on challenge mode. So you did have to complete it twice to be able to get the World's First. There was the hot topic. The hot part, though, is there was a little bit of drama going on with some of the people that were running second for a minute. And one of their 6 players, one of their unfortunate names. I don't know if any of you guys heard about this. The unfortunate name was #Black Lives Don't Matter.
Wow.
Yeah. Rough. So it kind of like threw a little sour note on, like, you know, there was a lot of uproar about people mad that they had the potential to get World's First. Like I said, they were running second for a while, and then I guess they might have possibly gotten blown out of the water by Elysium. Both are PC clans that were running this. But yeah, and there was some backlash from Bungie. They were reprimanded. The clan was not given their the 16 was not given their rewards for like finishing anything and getting, you know, World's First, you know, within the 24 hour whatever time limit thing. And I believe #yeah was banned. So there's
so
some
they
justice.
played on PC, but they were not PC.
I see what you did there.
Much
yes.
better.
Better. That was much better. You're making light of. I mean, yeah, but bring some humor into this, because that's some bullshit, in my opinion. I'm like, dude, why? So, little round table on just generally, like, was that a good decision by Bungie? And, like, what are some stupid names y'all have come across? I think we've discussed this before. There was one where I kill puppies. I just wanted to murder this person whose name was I kill puppies.
Turds are yummy.
Turds are yummy. That's one that you've seen. That one made you. That one offended you.
It was a capital R, so it wasn't like ARE, but it was spelled out turds, capital R, and then yummy. But speaking about the world's first, I have a question for everybody in the party right now. Everybody in the podcast. And does anybody have a Twitter account?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, but I rarely use it.
Well, I have a challenge. I don't know who the world's first team was, but they probably have a semi-famous leader and probably a semi-famous second leader. What if the sixth person on the team might want to come on to a podcast like this one and talk about the world's first? So give a tweet, tell them, hey, I'm a host on a podcast. We get about 200 views a week. We're fledgling. We'd love to have you come on for, however long you want. It could be for an hour. It could be for 5 minutes. Just explain what, getting world's first meant to you and how you guys went through it, how you figured out the puzzles and stuff like that. I just throwing it out there. You don't ask, you don't get.
Oh, you can definitely give it a shot. You just have to find these guys.
Yeah, find out.
I'm coming for you.
See if they have a YouTube channel, or if they get 1 million views. I'm not going to ask them, but if we get someone that gets 1,000 views, they might want to come on. Just saying.
Just saying.
We'll try it.
Okay. Anything else, Selena?
But I think Bungie did them right. Like, what, they banned the guy, right?
They did. They banned him. They banned him, and then they took away any rewards that the full team would have gotten.
And also, if somebody was wanting to be part of my fire team, and they had that name is clearly to
right, and and that was another thing that people were angry about. Like, how did that get past any kind of censor or what filter?
Any filter, yeah.
Yeah, how did that?
Isn't that the Steam people that come up with the name?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, it made it past
he
those,
probably
but
had a
it made
regular
it past
name and
the
just
fire
changed
team
it right
too.
at the end.
Right. Well, you would think that the people that were on that
Yeah.
fire team were complicit, at least with okay, that's an okay idea to have, and I'm okay
so
with
all of
running
them should
with
have been
you.
punished. So I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
exactly.
Yeah,
they weren't all
that's fair.
banned.
Accessories.
That person was
Accessories
banned.
after the fact.
That person will just make another account
That's
that
fair.
probably is.
Yeah,
Spitefully as distasteful. So.
Well,
Yeah, but also they're just trying to troll. So us just talking about them is just getting what they want.
They accomplished their goal. That's true.
Yep, it's a troll. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. Troll or not, it's
No,
not.
Bungie did them right.
It's.
I would like
not
BC's
get mad
opinion on
about
this
it.
one, though. BC?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you just put that man on the spot.
That's not singling me out because of
You're a member of this
specific
podcast, and you
reason.
haven't answered yet.
I think it shines a little bit of light on some other issues with free to play. I like the idea of free to play, but because you can create an account just over and over again, so they banned that name. They may ban that person for a little while, but they can, hop on a different platform and be back in. With the things that you've said plenty of times, gamers are such an inclusive community as a whole. To have somebody, especially on a platform like that, as big as Destiny is, to do that, just really kind of puts a sour note to all the things that the gaming community has done, or Destiny communities have, the Destiny community itself has done. There's so many good things that have happened, but to shine light on something that's so ignorant it's really hard, and it kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Like, I didn't even know about it until now.
Destiny community does far outweighs the negative and toxicity. I mean, far outweighs that.
I mean, the positives definitely outweigh the negatives, I believe, but it's still unfortunate that, like, those things, like, slip through the cracks, that those things weren't filtered out. And I wonder, like, is it possible to, like, ban an IP address? Like,
that technology exists. I'm not sure why they don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
If they want to put that much effort into it, but...
Leave us if you know, leave us an answer in the comments. But yeah, that was...
What is it? Clay is Clutch comes to mind.
What is?
Clay is Clutch comes to mind.
Clay is Clutch. Is that a player?
Yeah, that's a player where he was in PvP and everything, known for hacking and everything, and he'd get banned and come back just over and over again.
Yeah.
And free, like I said, it shines a light on free to play. You want to be inclusive. You want to try to have as many people, but when you
when you get like those toxic cheaters, and you get like people who are, well, toxic in general, whatever. But like, yeah, it does sour the experience.
I believe it was I saw a Aztec Ross video, and his idea was keep the free-to-play players out of the normal Crucible, give them their own little toxic area to play.
Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Because there's a lot of, I don't know, people that don't have as much skill as some people who might have been playing a little while, but I see where the free-to-play to try to keep them out of some of the playlists on PC, but we're having cross-play going to be coming up here really soon. In the next couple weeks they're going to be beta testing it, so that could become an issue for us with the hackers. So I'm not really sure where I stand on that. You guys seen that news about the beta testing for crossplay?
Yes, there's like 2 days where we're gonna do crossplay with some of the like the basic stuff. I would assume Crucible, Strike.
I just hope we have the option to turn it off.
Some playlists. I think it sounded like it's gonna be its own little like clickable area. Like where...
I know, but for the beta test it will be. But down the road, I hope that I can turn it off to where I can only play with console players, or even I want to just shut it down to where I can only play with PlayStation players if I so choose. You know.
Right.
I hope I have that option down the road.
Choice is good. Okay, moving on. It's time for Shady Questions. And the first one is always about...
pizza.
Real quick, this doesn't have to be a 20-minute conversation. What would you prefer, breakfast pizza or dessert pizza? Selena.
Breakfast pizza.
TDS.
Breakfast pizza.
BC.
Breakfast pizza.
And our pizza expert, Dredd.
I've never had breakfast pizza, so I'm going to go ahead and say dessert pizza because I've had that.
Okay, I'm more of a breakfast pizza person.
I've
Imagine
never had
pizza
this breakfast pizza
with scrambled eggs all over it, bacon, sausage, and cheese.
I can imagine it. It's basically a breakfast burrito, but flat version, right?
I mean, kind of, yeah. Sausage, but it's like...
yeah, I'd say that'd be
like a
good.
cheesy gravy instead of like a marinara sauce kind of thing.
You know, I'll have to throw a shout out here. Mouth could make... I mean, she's a good cook, you know, in general, but she would make breakfast pizzas with some, like, smoked sausage or something like that. It was 100% on point. Just,
yum.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, next question. This is... I'm curious to see how everyone's going to answer. I have a feeling I know, but I'm really not all that sure. Are you a leader or a follower? And I want to start with TDS.
Depends on what we're doing. I have no problem sitting back and following with the flow, but obviously I have to take charge from time to time.
Okay, BC?
I am generally a leader, but I am aware of my shortcomings and don't have a problem with allowing somebody that is more informed to lead.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the boss to rely on the people he hired, you know? That's why he hired them.
Well,
give them some support.
I find that to be more of a delegating situation. And so you're still leading by passing, I guess, the torch to somebody. So, yeah, I guess that would be the situation, yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with delegating to somebody to do it. You know, my pride is not so much that I can't ask for help or realize that somebody could do a better job at spearheading something.
Gotcha. Dredd?
I would say mostly I'm a leader in most situations, but I honestly hate it because it's a lot more work to be a leader because you always have to think of everybody else. You can't just do what you're going to do and go home at the end of the day. You have to literally think about what everybody else is doing and make sure we're all working towards the same goal. And I've kind of like trying to step away from that role, like as I got older, because I was like, it's a lot of work to be a leader, and I don't know if I want that much responsibility, but you know,
because you're held accountable if anything goes wrong.
Exactly, and if stuff is falling apart around me, there's nothing I can do but pick up the pieces or pick up the reins and just like start leading, because that's just the kind of person I am, you know.
Gotcha.
But also goes along a lot of what BC. I totally agree with what he says. Like, if somebody else is way more qualified or knows way more than me, I'm like, please show me. I will follow you. Please do not make me lead these people. I don't want to take them down the wrong road. So,
very good.
Yeah.
Selina?
I guess if I have to break my character down into such pedantic terms, just teasing. Basically the same thing most everybody said. I'm typically, though, like, I like to take direction from people who know what the fudge they're doing.
Okay. That's the first time in like 6 weeks, but go ahead.
It's late enough in the podcast. It's fine. I'll edit it.
I'll allow it. But yeah, I have absolutely no problem taking the reins when they need to be taken. I hate chaos. I like order.
I gotcha.
I have
my answer. What? Okay, go ahead, BC.
I have a. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. My question.
I go last, so you got to go now.
Oh, ooh, so bossy.
I'm a leader.
Shady can take charge. Look at that.
So with that, I wonder. You know, I figure you ask like, 100 people, and a good, 90, 95 of them are going to say that they're leaders because nobody wants to admit that they're a follower. Does that come into play here, or could it be just like we're gamers, so we naturally like try to lead in things because of our competitive nature? Like, how do you guys feel about that?
I think that's partially maybe coincidence, and also you're onto something. But also, from my answer, it's from my life experience, from what I've experienced in the workplace and friend groups and stuff. And it's like, that's where my answer comes from. Is like, people look to me, and it's like, please, it's just my work ethic. I think at the end of the day, that makes me more of a leader. But I'm almost 30 years old. I don't want to be the leader. That's a lot of work. I want somebody else to do the bulk of it, and I can just do a really good job at what they tell me to do.
Okay. For my answer, it depends on what I'm doing. That's much like TDS. In the real world, I'm very much a leader. I mean, I'm a manager at my job. I run the pantry, and anyone that has any questions about food comes to me, and I give them direction, if not training. But when it comes to gaming, I love being a support character. You put me on a strike, I'm the last one in the room, but I'm the first one to pick you up. And I will bow from a distance and help you up as much as I can. I do not want to be the first one into the boss fight. But when I'm playing with blueberries, more times than not, I have to be. Okay, next question. Interesting one. You only have one more day to live. What do you do on that day? Dread?
I would say probably something pretty reckless. Maybe something that if you literally had one 24-hour period of time to live, maybe something that I was like, oh man, that might kill me. But, so I want to do it, maybe, or it could be fun. But, oh man, that shit could probably kill me, so I probably shouldn't do that. Probably a lot of that stuff, like, I just got a motorcycle, and I've wanted a motorcycle for a long time, but I'm like, oh, I'll kill myself on one of those. I'll kill myself, so I haven't gotten one, but I think I'm old enough to not kill myself now, so I'm
Let's
gonna
hope.
start riding
Let's
a
hope
motorcycle.
so.
We'll
Let's
find
hope.
out, won't we?
And if I do, I mean,
You're only losing one day. I mean,
right?
you can wait 12 hours and then go for a 100-mile-an-hour drive, and if you die, you only just miss 12
I mean,
hours.
that's as fast as you're going.
You can do 150, I bet.
Goodness.
Selena.
You think? 24 hours left to live. I would probably find whoever in my past I knew was good. Hopefully, at least good. Hopefully,
Like they give to charity and stuff like that?
yeah, no.
Like
Hopefully, hopefully,
Yeah,
good in
no.
bed. Just yeah, the
I
No,
think we
no,
all
no.
know what you mean.
yeah. That I could and then I would.
That she can meow meow.
Yeah, for a hot minute, and then I want to like eat a bunch of like, I don't know, potatoes. I really just like. I just want to eat all the potatoes in every single form,
So many
and maybe
potatoes.
like a side of like Alfredo, but not too much because like I don't know, I don't want to
You
fart
wanna
because I'm
load
going
it.
back in the bed. After that, I'm gonna carbo load on potatoes and like salt and potatoes.
So you're saying you're gonna do it
And then
the whole time? Just
yeah,
do it.
well, mostly I'm gonna eat potatoes in between.
Eat
like,
potatoes
to
and
get
do
our
Eat
it.
energy
potatoes
back.
and drink water in between. I'm thinking like baked fingerling smashed potatoes, and like maybe some like baked potatoes with like bacon and salt and
You
like I
have
said,
given
no
this some
no
thought.
dairy because I don't
Wow.
wanna be flatulent during the coitus. So
So you're gonna die in a
It's your
day.
last day. Does it really matter?
it does because I wanna stay in the moment, and that takes you out of it, you know. So regardless
You're
of
gonna do
last
something
day or
reckless.
not.
That's gonna
So-
potentially kill you.
So porking and potatoes. Is what
Thank
it is.
you.
Not
Yes,
necessarily
BC.
in
Very
that
good.
order.
Porking and potatoes.
Pork and taters.
Porking
taters.
No, I'm not porking the taters, Dim.
I mean,
It's your last
Good.
day, Selena. Do whatever you want. That's fine. No one will
No, well,
judge.
it's definitely not pork and taters.
Okay, up next is BC.
I have a kid. That's it. Like
damn, that's sad.
Yeah, that made me sad. That was a
I
buzzkill.
can
Thanks,
record
BC.
videos all day,
was a
teach them how to be a
buzzkill.
man.
I apologize, but
No.
yeah, no, I gotta
No, that would-
I gotta make sure like
Yeah.
if it's my
That's
last
good.
day, there's everything else can go. Like, man, to think about that, like I know you kind of try to prepare your kids for going before them. Like everybody, hopefully that's, the way it goes. I never wish the opposite on anybody, but I feel like as much as I would love to do reckless stuff or, pork and potatoes or anything like that, like I gotta make sure that I leave that legacy right. It's got to be right.
Damn.
You can do a little bit of pork and potatoes in the morning, and then like real early while he's still sleeping.
You got 24 hours.
While he's still sleeping, like just make sure you prioritize like getting up early, do that pork and potatoes.
Skydiving, mountain.
No.
You don't
Rocky
have
Mountain
to sleep.
climbing.
No, because that could kill him.
Quality time.
Oh,
That could kill him.
You get a case
Well,
of
it's
Red
not
Bull
going to
and
kill
don't
him. He's
sleep.
got 24 hours to do it. So he could do it before 24 hours ended up.
You're guaranteed to die in 24
No,
hours.
I know, but I'm just saying in BC's case, he would want to spend as much time as possible with TARDIS.
Yeah.
So he
Okay,
would
here's
want to
the
do an
situation.
activity that could possibly kill him and shorten that amount of time.
Here's the situation. TDS is up next, and he has a kid.
Oh.
Almost the same age. How is he going to answer this?
He'll be like, son,
pork and potatoes.
Hey, be fine.
son, I love you.
D2 though.
Have a good life.
D2 marathon.
Like, pat on the shoulder, and then go do
Yeah.
something. Like, I want to hear what
Yeah.
he's going to do, though. I love it, right?
All right, TDS, what's your answer?
Very similar to BC. Basically spend probably a third of the day with everyone hanging out by a fire, family, friends saying goodbye. Then the rest of the day with my wife and kid until the very end. That I definitely have to make sure I'd go to work to die so my family would get more money.
Oh
nice.
my.
Way to put thought into
Oh
it.
my. Oh my. That's
Nice
funny.
one.
That's, yeah.
It's like triple the amount if I die at work. So yeah,
Don't worry.
I would have to go to work
I'll
for that
edit
last
this
minute.
part out. Don't worry.
And
I'll
just
edit
like
this
have
part
a
out.
heart
You can't have
attack,
TDS
like
looking like a
Death
nice
Note
guy.
style in the middle of the precinct. Like,
All right, my answer is really simple. I would play Crucible for 24 hours. It would seem like a damn week. So,
And also, you would have went through hell, so if you do end up going to hell, it'll be
I'm used to it.
like shit.
Right.
You're already
Like
there.
an
You're going to
experience.
heaven. You couldn't get any worse.
It's like, dude, I was in Crucible for 24 hours. This ain't shit. Shove that pineapple up my ass.
No, there you
Oh
go.
my goodness.
What's your eternal torture? You get to be the crucible tester.
yeah.
You got your own personal hell.
Eternity playing crucible.
Might get good at it, though.
Maybe. All right, this next question is not so shady. I want to leave on a positive note. I've had this as a question of the day in the past. It was a long time ago. Pick a member of this podcast and pick a trait you admire about them. I'll give you a second. This is all positivity. It doesn't have to be gameplay. It could be something in their personal life or how much you know them. So, does anybody want to volunteer to go first?
I can go first because mine's easy. It
Yes.
correlates with what we just talked about.
Okay.
BC and his love for his kid.
Nice.
Oh man,
Wow,
Nice.
look at you go, BC.
right? I'm working my way. I'm working my way up on the survivor list. People are going to start wanting to boot me.
Yeah, that means you get to go next, though.
Well, I'm going to have to go shady. Man, volunteering and helping people, we've had personal conversations about it, and, my daughter, and just the stuff that you do. I fell on hard times. I've been that person that had to walk into a pantry, and felt like crap doing it. It was something that I had to do, but I hated the fact that I had to go into a pantry to feed my kids.
Yeah, but if you walk into my pantry, you're leaving laughing, getting 5 times as much stuff as you thought, and an ice cream bar, just for coming in.
So hearing the stuff that you do for the community and with the pantry, with, my experience walking into one and how I felt and how rough it was, and then also, of course, my daughter's mission, feeding people and keeping them warm on the inside and out. I admire that. That's all I
appreciate
can say.
that. Selena?
snaps. I'm gonna say Dim. Dim is genuinely a very good friend and cares for people. And I think goes out of his way to make sure that his friends are good and doing okay and checking up on people. And that's something that I I should do more is like actually like people that like I care about. I should like let them know, and I think Dim's really good at letting people know.
I mean, put down the potatoes and porking, I'm guessing.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
You're gonna make
Very
me
good.
cry.
Oh, stop it.
No, I really do care about you all a lot. So, if you ever are missing, I'm gonna be like, oh my god.
Sweet boy, he's gonna
What's
hire
wrong?
a private detective.
I'm gonna find out where you're at.
That's funny.
I'm gonna
Dredd,
find
you're up
you.
next, buddy. Dredd, what's going on?
I was thinking about it really hard, and like before, like I even decided this before she said that, but I was gonna say Selena because I love how Selena has. She just. How do you explain it? She has her opinions, and she is just like a strong person, and she has her beliefs, and she'll let you know what they are. And not feel ashamed of them, that's for sure.
Thank you, Dim, for like calling me a bitch in like the nicest way
No.
possible.
That's actually not what I was saying.
That's genuinely
That
no.
is the
I
name
like.
of the podcast.
I'm serious. I'm
There
serious.
you
Thank
go.
you for that. Like,
not
that is the name of the
scared.
podcast. That is so. It's thank you. That was so
you are
easy.
Not scared to tell people what you think.
no,
and
for
believe.
real, and I appreciate.
And some people
like,
will
that
just
you-
say. Some people, they will just, if all of a sudden they realize someone has an opposite opinion, they will just, oh yeah, they will just back down. But no, if Selena, she believes in something, she will stand strong in that and let you know what she thinks. And I respect that, because I can't do that sometimes. Because the confrontation sometimes is just too much for me.
I
So
love
that's-
it.
It's a strong person.
I
I'm just
love it.
saying,
And
that's a strong person.
Dim as a counter response or counter like I love that you know exactly how to push my buttons. So you know.
What?
It's just a little-
Did that make you mad?
No, that I appreciate. Thank you very much.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
truly,
Okay.
truly.
It's time for Shady's
I'm
answer.
glad.
But it's the people
It's a
you
good
know
one.
so well.
Shady's answer is a good one. I admire each and every one of you for different reasons.
Aw.
I admire TDS for the
Oh.
job he does. He risks his life literally every day. Being a police officer, that cannot be an easy job. I admire Dredd's youth. I wish I was your age and could experience Destiny for another 30 years.
Don't worry, my knees are catching up on you.
Yeah. And I admire BC and Selena for one unified reason. I love their laugh. I wish I had you guys' laugh. Either one, I would take it.
Well,
Awesome.
thank you.
So everyone got props that time. Everyone got admired. I'm happy about that. Okay, up next is stats real quick. Views, we're averaging around 200. Likes, we had 10 last week. On my YouTube channel alone, the history of our podcast, I have over 1,300 views just on my channel for our podcast. And that's pretty impressive.
Nice.
Shout outs from last week with comments. 2 people made comments. Dredd, you want to say yours? Do you remember? About high school?
Oh, I was in high school 8 years ago?
Do you have a song for us?
Wait, do I have a song for us?
That was a question. What song takes you back to high school or junior high?
Oh, yes! Pursuit of Happiness by Kid Cudi. That just takes me right back to high school, man.
You're so
That's-
funny
Wow.
and
That
so
stuff
young.
is just like, that song is so lit. I don't care, man.
Okay, very good. And Zam had a comment
So
again for the
young.
second week. Zam was pretty much telling how great he was. So,
I mean, Zam
hey,
is pretty great.
you know, self-promote. But he's
Zam
like,
is
what's
pretty
about this?
great.
What's all this talk about this Zam guy? But it had his real name by it, but I knew it was him. Okay, that
was only a week ago?
yeah.
I have a question. Weren't there some comments from Mouth and TARDIS? I know they were
Not last
sending me
week.
messages.
The week before.
Oh, not last week. That was the week
No,
before.
not last week. They had some.
Oh.
They made comments. The chat but not in the comment section.
Ooh.
They were calling you a dork, and they agreed. And like you're the only person that can make hip hop sound boring, but that was chat, not comments.
How did I make hip hop sound boring?
I don't know. I didn't make the comment. I didn't make the chat. I didn't put the IM in. I just read it. I don't know what I think you were talking about your high school song.
Boo.
Wasn't it Slim Shady?
No.
Oh, I
yeah,
don't know.
and made a comment that
talked about that.
Eminem wrote the whole song. You gave like props to somebody else or something. I don't know. Okay, well here's the outro. Where can we find everybody? Let's start with our guest, TDS. Where can we find you if we want to find you?
On Destiny, TDS 404. That's pretty much it.
Okay, Selina.
You can find me on YouTube, SelinaKyle1981. Search it.
Very good, Dredd.
You can find me in the club. No, you can also find me in the YouTube.com at DimDread.
At DimDread. DimDread.
If you didn't know how to spell it, now you do. Now you know. If you didn't,
you barely can spell it.
Yeah, I know.
BC.
Knowing is half the battle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So BC on BC Tayman on PlayStation 4. However, I did create another email account for us, and that is 4Gs and a guess at gmail.com, and that's the number 4GSANDAGUEST at gmail.com.
Nice. Well, I am ShadyVale35. You can find me on YouTube at ShadyVale35. No space between the letters and numbers. You put a space there, you get somebody totally different.
Is there any
a ton
capitals,
more
Shady?
It's not case sensitive.
Okay, thank you.
Before we go, I got a couple of announcements. Our next week's show, because of Memorial Day, will be on Tuesday night. If that's not okay, let me know ahead of time so I can find a guest host. I'm not sure who the guest is going to be. We'll get to that in a second. But on a personal note, I published my 4th short story yesterday.
Seen that.
My first
already watched and liked.
My first 3 short stories got almost 700 views, so I felt obligated to do a 4th one, and I'm plugging it now because on my short story I plugged this podcast, so I think it's fair.
And also, Shady, if they listened it this long, they might be interested in a short story by you.
Maybe. And if this is a short story, to the end, they know about this podcast.
And also, I think BC has something to say about listening to the podcast this long. What are you going to do?
Wait, no, not yet.
Sorry.
Not yet.
There's more announcements. Don't worry, hey, we can edit this out.
Dredd, you were way out of your league here.
I'm
You're
sorry.
we
can edit all of this out. It's at the end. Nobody's listening to this now.
Okay, upcoming guests. We got Peeps coming up. We got Raz coming up. We got JR coming up. And hopefully Spike and Squad coming up too. And I want Quad on the show. He has the best story ever. So his homework was to watch a couple of the podcasts and want to come on, but I haven't talked to him since. So, yes, the clan has spoken. We are done. Thank everybody for being here. Thank you, TDS, for being here. I appreciate it. Selina, BC, Dredd, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. And now, BC gets to do his final...
Okay, here's my good nod. Slap that like button like your mama taught you right.
Excellent. All right. That is show number 12, guys. Good job, everyone. I appreciate it.
Love it.
That was
I got
good.
booted in the middle. So hard.
But you got back. It was during Dredd's lore, so you missed nothing.
Whatever, I missed the lore. Now I don't know where I am in the story.
Now you have to re-listen to the podcast for once in your life.
Now I don't know where I am in the story.
You can watch my channel. I get almost 100 views every week.
I feel like Selina is actually interested in the lore for, like, that's one person, right?
Yeah, I am interested in the
Thank God.
lore.
I'm
glad at least
sorry, I
one
changed
person.
the tone of the podcast. It was just, I don't know.
No, we need those moments. We need those moments. Remember?
That was a good show. I mean, we started out. The first show we did was awful. The second one tonight was much better.
Wait, did you delete that whole thing?
I'm going
or
to.
Do I have to? Okay, thank God. I didn't want to edit that. That was really gonna be
Off
hard. It
my
was
channel.
so slow. Like
Yeah, we need
was like
more energy.
A turtle
You're a turtle.
moving in
Turtle,
sand
turtle.
pits.
Am I not turtle enough for the
There was
turtle
too many dead air.
Turtle,
You
turtle,
can't
enough
have
for the
dead air.
Turtle Club. I love
Turtle.
I can tell by the look on your face you had a little wiener and some tight nuts.
If
What?
we don't say something for
I
5
am the
seconds,
master
people
of
just
disguise.
leave.
Oh, yeah,
I am
I
the
got
master
it
of
down.
disguise.
I don't even know what's happening.
That is the best movie ever. I'm just saying.
What
Saying,
movie?
it's a really good movie. Selena,
What movie?
have you not seen The Master of Disguise?
I have, but he says that you have tiny nuts in that movie.
He says, hey, you got a little wiener and some tiny nuts? And he's like dressed up like Scarface. And he's like,
Does he got like?
"Ugh,
Does he have like a
I can tell by the
charcuterie?
look on
Or
your
like
face.
he's like, is it like
I can
snacks
tell by the-" Yeah, there's a waiter, dude, that's walking
with like
around
tiny
the party.
snacks, like
And he has
nuts
a bunch
and,
of snacks.
and tiny
He's like,
wieners?
I can tell by the look on your face you got a tiny wiener and some, a little wiener and some tiny nuts. He's
Dude.
like, oh, gotta dance. And then he gets up there, chest hair
I mean,
glistening,
yeah.
starts dancing.
Yeah. It is a good movie. I know. Like, there's a lot of people that are, well, you know, smarter than I, and and yeah, they say it's really bad.
I
But-
like
Turtle.
it.
I know.
Is everybody okay for next week for Tuesday? Is that going to be a problem for anyone?
It
On
will. Is that
Tuesday.
June
Going up.
whatever 3rd,
It's
2nd?
Can't rent a car on a Tuesday.
Isn't it May 31st? Is there a 31st in May?
I thought
think
that was Labor Day.
that's Labor Day.
I mean Memorial
So
Day.
it would be
I
June
don't know.
1st then.
Yeah.
Let me double check. Consult the calendar.
I'm just going to go with whatever 3 or 4 people that are online. If it's Boom and Zam and Spike and none of you guys, I'm still going to go forward with it just to be consistent. I'd rather have you guys there.
Yeah, Tuesday is the 1st.
I'm pretty sure that's the day we're doing the cleaning of the restaurant. So we go in at 11 a.m. and clean till we're done cleaning till usually about like 3.
And rent a car on a Tuesday.
And then we eat
30 kids
stuff.
go into the water.
And then we go out and drink for the rest of the
23 come
evening and
out.
just like have a
The ice
ridiculous
cream man,
time.
he comes,
So
he takes the
Okay,
risk.
well, it's your choice.
There's a shark in that
it's my
water.
choice to like go
Well,
have
if I
fun
ca-
with
if I
my
ca-
coworkers and like get my
have
shit
fun,
paid
yes.
for.
Yes, go have fun.
It is my choice.
I'm willing to work with a makeshift crew. I just got to hope I can find a guest. Because I got people that are interested, but their schedule is major conflict. I want to be on the show, but I can't do it on
Tuesdays.
Mondays. Like, that's when the show is. Yeah, but I want to be on the show. But I can't do Mondays. And then
gotta do
Glock wants to be
Mondays.
on, but he's 6 hours ahead of us, so I can't do it at, 8 o'clock
Right.
at night.
Hopefully, hopefully we'll have a weekend that comes up. It's the last couple of times it seemed like, and maybe it's just me, I hadn't seen.
Yeah,
the
I mean, you'll have to
messages,
do
but
Glock without
I
me, like
wasn't,
in an
like,
early afternoon
seeing
kind
the
of
messages
stitch.
on the
Well, we did that
weekend,
the
like a
first time.
couple
You didn't have it.
hours.
Well, that's neither here nor there.
That's not your fault.
But I've had some stuff going on these last couple of weekends. Like this weekend, I was in North Carolina. I can't remember what
Come
I was
on
doing
and
the weekend
raise up.
before. Yeah. So,
Oh, we'll figure it out.
This one's for who? Us.
This was episode
Yeah.
12, and for 12 episodes in a row, I didn't think we were going to be able to do it, but we have, so...
I mean, just the fact that we're still going. I really need to. Hopefully, I can sit down and actually try to work on my computer sometime soon.
We got to
feel
be on
like-
Discord. We have got to be on Discord. If we are ever going to expand our audience, we have to look professional.
I mean, I
keep
have
in
my
mind-
backup computer. It's just a little bit slower, but I make sure, like, I've got to hook up my backup computer anyway. But I'm gonna be honest. I've been working a lot. When I'm not working, it's just like. But hopefully, that'll calm down. I won't have to do 12s every single day of the week.
Right. My girlfriend wants to buy a computer, but I told her it's a very bad time to buy a computer right now. It's a very bad time to buy a computer. Because she said she needs one for going back to school, and I told her, you realize why there's a PS5 shortage? It's because of the same...